Hey everybody, I hope everybody is doing well. Today's video is going to be a recipe video. I will be showing you how I make my catfish along with my delicious sauce. I hope you enjoy and let's begin.
Hey family, welcome back. Today is going to be catfish and I hope you enjoy. So let's begin.
Alright babe, so I'm going to tell you what to pour in and I'll just tell you when to stop, okay?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, so pour in half a cup to a cup of buttermilk. And it's more like a cup. Next we're going to use 2 eggs. Good job, Lee. Now we're going to pour about a tablespoon of hot sauce. 2 tablespoons of mustard. 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. If you don't like spicy food, skip this step. Half a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. You can find this at any grocery store. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt, and this is all to taste. And go ahead and crush some pepper. And this is to taste as well. There's no perfect amount. It just all depends on your liking. You can also add white pepper along with black pepper. All preference. Alright, now we're going to whisk all of these ingredients together. Whisk it, babe. Work it. Yeah, a little harder than that, babe. You got eggs in there. How are you feeling, babe? You like this?
I feel really good. And,
hey, you got a personal cooking class with Jennisse.
I couldn't ask for a better teacher than JennisseMakeupTV.
Alright, so we set the mixture aside and Lee is going to cut the catfish. Do you need help? That's too small, babe.
Family, my wife is laughing at me cutting the catfish, and I'm really trying to cut the catfish. And she took the knife from me, so my grade today is probably a C minus. I'm improving.
More like a D.
C minus. I'll leave it at that.
So this is about the size that I like to cut my catfish. It's kind of medium sized. I like to taste the breadedness of the fish, not just the fish itself. So I'm going to go ahead and dump these into our mixture. So go ahead and grab the fish, babe, and just, yeah, not one by one is not necessary. Just put them all in there. And you want to go ahead and leave this marinating for at least 1 hour, covered with saran wrap, and put it in the refrigerator for about an hour or more. Alright, so next we're going to take our flour. We're taking equal parts of flour and cornmeal, and this doesn't have to be a perfect measurement. You can eyeball it, it's fine. I like to use both a combination of flour and cornmeal because it creates a nice texture. I'm going to season it, and again, this is to taste, but I'll be using some Cajun seasoning. And sometimes they call this like blackened seasoning. So go ahead and just add a bit of that. Thyme. And I just like adding fresh herbs to anything. That's good. Some black pepper. And add some salt. Now just go ahead and mix this up. And this is going to be what you're going to be putting your fish in once it's done marinating. Let's go ahead and begin. We have about half a cup of mayonnaise on our bowl. You want to go ahead and add half a cup of ketchup. I like using Heinz. So go ahead and add about a half a cup of that. Taste. Next we're going to go ahead and use 1/4 teaspoon of salt and also a half a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. And we're also going to be pouring in some black pepper. Again, this is all to taste, so just remember that you could, you know, minus the salt if you don't like the sodium. I like using sea salt. Then you just want to combine all of this together with a little whisk. Now this is how the sauce should look. Maybe a little bit pinker if you like, but you just taste it until you get the taste that you want. This is a really, really good sauce that can go with chicken, fish, pretty much anything. French fries, it's also very good with French fries. For this cooking video, I will be using my emerald fryer, but if you don't have one, that's okay. You can go ahead and use this in just a deep pot. Just be very careful and only fill the oil to like about 1 inch, and make sure that your pot is very deep. And you want to go ahead and heat the oil up. I got mine at about 365, only because I don't want it very hot. Some people go all the way up to 375. It's all personal preference. I like mine to slow cook and take its time. While our oil is heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and take the catfish, just like this. Let's grab a bigger chunk here. Go ahead and just put it right into the flour. I like to really get it in there, not just, you know, put it on there lightly. I like to pat it down, make sure it gets in there really good, and then I just set it aside until the oil is ready. So go ahead and do this for the rest of the fish. Alright, so basically just take your breaded fish and just carefully put it in the oil. And you want to go ahead and put them in here for about 8 minutes or until they start floating. If they begin floating, then that means they're done. The catfish just finished frying up for about 8 to 9 minutes, just slowly. And they look really, really good. So I'm just going to let them drain the excess oil, and then we're going to go ahead and serve them. Alright everybody, so this concludes our catfish dinner recipe with the sauce included. This sauce is to die for. This is how the catfish turned out. Really beautiful, really juicy in the inside. It's just delicious. Look at how delicious the inside of this fish looks. Just very, very juicy, not dry at all. It's delicious. Just dip it into your sauce, and there you go. Ready for the tasting, babe?
I'm always ready.
You cooked this
always
this time.
Ready when my wife is cooking and I'm assisting. I can't take all the credit, babe. Tastes so good! Maybe want to slap my mama. Outstanding, babe.
Lee loves this dish. I hope that you all enjoy it as much as we do in our family. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch our videos. Please remember to subscribe and click like. And I also have my other channels, JennisseMakeUp and JennisseEnEspanol. I'll see y'all soon.